Monsters in their white uniforms. They'll be left to right in this first period. Blue numerals trimmed in black and gold, white helmets, black pants, white socks, and from right to left, top affiliate of the Montreal Canadiens, the Laval Rocket in red, white numerals, blue helmets and pants, red socks, they're right to left. Officials for today's game as assigned by the American Hockey League. It's a four-man crew. The referees are Morgan McPhee and Liam Moscont. Jeremy Fauché and Anthony Lapointe work the lines. And as the puck is down at center, we're underway in the first period of game number 4. Xavier Simoneau throws it to the right of Jet Greaves. Monsters begin with Clayton and Svozil on defense in the fourth line up front. It's Malatesta and Pearson on either side of Joseph Lebate. And Laval tries to draw an early penalty here and won't be able to. Here's Harvey Pinard to the slot, then towards the net for Condata, but poked off his stick in the Cleveland zone to the right corner by Stan Svozil. Up the right wing wall, his pass ahead, nice swiveling reception. Here's Beck into the left circle, drops it off, and Jack Ice shot stopped by Greaves. He'll cover it on the right edge of the crease.
Back and forth here. Be interesting to see how the refs call the game. They seem to be letting go some of the stuff here so far. Nothing terrible, but a few grabs here and there both ways.
If you had to choose, it would be better to have fewer things called in a game of this magnitude, right?
Yeah.
Picked up by Beck. Beck strides ahead. Lots of action away from the puck. Here's a backhander from Beck, and Greaves will glove it. He hangs on again, and Jack-Eye lingers in the blue paint, and the linesman gets in to push him out of there. For the Rocket, Simoneau out to the right point, Trudeau, his shot, tipped on its way, Greaves trying to find it, right circle, delivered to the top of the crease there by Harvey Pinard. Now in the slot, this is Trudeau, down and firing as Greaves has it beneath him, it's poked in, and they score. Greaves felt as though he had it corralled, but it squirted through, and the Rocket poked it underneath him for a 1-0 lead in game 4, and it's Xavier Simoneau with the honors.
Yeah, this is what we expected from Laval last game. The Monsters were able to turn the tables, but so far Laval's getting some shots and a lot of traffic in front of Jet.
Time of the goal, 4 minutes, 22 seconds of the first period. It's Simoneau's first of the playoffs and second point. Just a big pile up as Trudeau walked it down the slot. Fired from a sharp angle. Greaves thought he had it covered, and then it was Simoneau just diving into a crowd of players in the blue paint, able to nudge it home. Laval 1 for 10 on the power play in the playoffs, 10%. They were 0 for 4, and now a pass in the slot. What a stop by Greaves as he got his blocker to deny Barre Belay on that shot from a really dangerous place. Out there with Svozil and Clayton, also Roman Ashan, who scored a shorthanded goal in game number 3. Off the draw, Laval in control again, center point Mailloux across right side, Barre Belay, and they score. It was tipped on its way by Laurent Dauphin, a power play goal, and the Rocket are up 2-0.
I wonder if that was a set play there, Barre Belay, more like a shot pass. Nice setup by Mailloux, who put it right in the wheelhouse of Barre Belay, and it looked like a one-timer, but he took something off of it, I think. We'll see here on the replay.
Mailloux from the center point.
Yeah,
he was looking for Dauphin.
Yeah, Dauphin, it was almost like the goal for Winnipeg there to tie it up, but except the deflection didn't go up under the bar. It was just over Jet's pad.
And Davidson finds the red line, dumps it in. Dirk Holm collides with Davidson. Bavaro up the left wing wall and a penalty.
That's a good call. It's a good call. They haven't called any the other way yet, which is there's been a few interference calls that way. That was definitely an interference. He dumped it in the blue line, and they were both going for the puck, and they were still 5 feet from the puck, and Ole rubbed him out.
So Dirk Holm gets the interference.
Actually, Davidson, in the replay, Davidson pulled his sweater and pulled him back to get the jump.
Sends it back to Waugh in the slot with room. He'll fire, glove save. Greaves rattled out of his webbing. And then back to the left circle as Waugh distributes to Mailloux. Right circle. This is Barre Belay. Slides it back. Mailloux tees off. He scores. Logan Mailloux from out high. A power play hammer. And it's 3-0 for the Rocket in the first period.
If they keep getting power plays, 6 minutes of power play in the first 13 minutes.
Logan Mailloux, an all-star this year, scores at 12 minutes, 21 seconds of the opening period. Barre Belay picks up another assist with the primary helper. And in the playoffs, that is Mailloux's second point. maybe the pants of LeBate. Now this one forced ahead by Cleveland, now to center. Collision with Davidson and Pearson. And now we've got a whistle as there is a bit of a melee going on near the Cleveland bench. Tempers have calmed down, but Beck was all pinned up.
Jimmy Malatesta had him, but then there was no fight. But it seems just when the linesmen are in that we hit Malatesta.
Yeah, Beck tried to line up Jimmy, and he's not going to care too much for that. And he would have got at him too, but LeBate was trying to get off the ice for a change. And will we have some penalties? The officials are over to the box, or the scores table, that is.
Looks like it's going to be, I think it's going to be 4 and 4. I thought I saw him put 4 and 4. Maybe not.
Well, Beck now being escorted to the box. I don't see Malatesta there.
Yeah, I think he's getting.
There he is. They're taking Malatesta too. So 4 on 4, you're right, Jock. 1:48 left in the first period. 35 seconds left in the frame. Kapanen, the left side of center. Trudeau off his stick, and Clayton slides ahead, skating into it. Grimaldi, left circle in the Laval zone, cuts back, he'll shoot. Oh, and at the last moment he was caught up to stick on puck, and it sails out of play.
Good stick there by Mailloux, but a nice move by Rocco to get by him at first, but he recovered with that long reach to deflect it.
Rocco just stopping, and Mailloux.
Oh, it wasn't even Mailloux, it was the back checker that got the stick on Rocco as he was just shooting.
Left side O-zone for this face-off. Cleveland has it played to the corner. It's 3-0 Rocket. 4 minutes into the second period. Short-handed 2-on-1. Dauphin right circle to the slot. Back to Dauphin, and Reeves hung in there with that left toe. Makes the save on the left post.
Back.
Clayton up the right side of his own zone. A pass to center. Turned and fired down deep by LeBate. Monsters make some changes here as the puck to the left corner for Laval. Slid up to the slot, a backhander and a save by Fowler. There it was Pearson with one of those look what I found opportunities from in tight. Then in behind the net, Pearson shovels out. Malatesta atop the crease, but Fowler jumps on the puck, and then he has some players fall on top of him there as it's Jack Guy trying to clear out Malatesta. But if anything, the Cleveland players that ended on top of Fowler were pushed there by the Laval defense. Chipped it past the defenseman Mailloux. Malatesta towards the net, and this one stopped by Fowler. Holds on the right post. And chaos in the crease after the whistle. Pearson got pushed down, but everyone's going to calm it down now. Face-off will come inside the Laval zone. Malatesta using those wheels. Sharp angle shot. Fowler was there in plenty of time, in good position.
Whether he's hitting, going to the front of the net, blocking shots.
Really nice play there on that little puck that was flipped towards the net, as it was Spolzel, I believe, that clipped that out of midair. Could have turned into a chance. Greaves then picked it up in the glove to stop the play, and I think he got a snow shower that Cleveland didn't appreciate. Face-off will come in the Cleveland zone.
It's funny how some guys seem to feel tougher when they're depending on who's on the ice and what's going on.
Yeah, Kapanen came in and then just lingered a little bit too long, and then got a little attention from Clayton and Pinelli. Nothing crazy. Now they're talking to each other, all the players in the slot there. Kapanen and Sean. Out to center, kicked by Pinelli. Pinelli into the offensive zone. He'll fire on net. Another easy one for Fowler. Snatches, holds. 3:34 remains in the middle stanza. Players converge again behind the net. Face-off will come whenever this exchange concludes. Fix-Wolansky trying to get at Simoneau. Wotherspoon trying to get at Fix-Wolansky. Linesman separating Jack Guy. And Cleveland's Pinelli. Fix-Wolansky's being taken to the penalty box now, but I think Simoneau's going too. Watched by Delbel Blues, slugs it around the kick plate. And then it's picked up. Delbel Blues at center. One hand on his stick, reels it in. Pucha heads for the net. Delbel Blues will fire. He scores! Luca Delbel Blues gives Cleveland a jolt, and the Monsters within 2 late in the second. It's 3-1.
Well, that's a big goal right there for the Monsters to give them some life. But play made by Pucha, drive in the middle, that opened it up, and then Luca little pull and drag, and then they were hoping the fans were cheering for an offside there, but he just, Mailloux, I think it was, or was it Trudeau, that Luca just danced around and fired that shot on Fowler.
Alex Barré-Boulet, and now Laval with numbers. Barré-Boulet across the line, left circle. Farrell in front, and Greaves with a great save as Kapanen redirected it right at the netminder, and Greaves held on.
What a save there by Jet. Getting across. I wonder if, does he point face off over there? No penalty. I thought maybe he was giving Hunter McCowan a penalty. He gave, I think it was Farrell, a shot after the whistle.
Well, it was a nice touch right at about the pads. The puck arrived at Greaves' pads and the stick of Kapanen simultaneously. Jet was able to hold on to it.
Great read getting over there.
Glass, this one grabbed by Beck. Beck left circle with room, fires, and Greaves the save with Davidson screening. Jet's holding his team in there.
Making big saves. Munster's got a turnover there at the blue line. Leaving Beck, he walks right into the middle of the circle, the face-off dot, fires it, Jets out.
Davidson with a great position there. He was facing the goaltender, so he's screening him and in good position if there's a rebound to tap it in. Back to the Cleveland zone, and Knazgo has to race Barré-Boulet. Sam gets there, but Barré-Boulet lifted the stick. Watch out, it's Farrell, but what a save by Greaves! A glove stop to remember, and the Monsters are still breathing.
Big save there. The Monsters come back and tie this thing. You'll remember that save right there. Farrell cutting across the front of the net, and he comes cross back against the green. And Jet just patiently picks that out of the air.
Just ever so slightly with the flourish on the elbow there. This one forced ahead out of the Cleveland zone. Lindstrom flopping into the wall. They call Fix-Wolansky for a penalty. I just can't believe it.
Trudeau does it every shift.
I just cannot believe it.
Every shift, Trudeau cross-checks.
Cross-check for Fix-Wolansky at this point in the game.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Or it's Liam Mascant, the referee, deciding that that is what can't stand. And it's because Lindstrom jumped into the wall to try to embellish too. Let's not forget that.
I mean, that's if we're going by the rest of the game, that's not a penalty. And now you call it with 9 minutes left.
Fix-Wolansky in the penalty box, absolutely livid, in disbelief. Now it's a 4-on-3 power play for the Rocket with a 3-1 lead, 8:54 to go. Costly penalty call. Back out right circle, Barré-Boulet across, Mailloux one-timer, right pad save, Greaves. He is not going anywhere. Now it's thrown back out for Logan Mailloux, across for Kapanen. Mailloux again, high slot, he's going to fire, glove save, Greaves, he was screened, and another absolute beauty from Jet Greaves with no rebound. At the point, no goaltender for Cleveland, 3:55 left, down 2. It's 3-1, one back and on net where Fowler will cover for Laval, and we'll do it all over again. Picked up in the Cleveland slot, Monsters try to clear, can't do it, Barré-Boulet gets it back towards the net front, and then across they score. It's Dauphin, and it's 4-1 Rocket, another power play goal, their third, and with 2.5 minutes left, the curtain is drawing down on the Monsters season. The goal for Dauphin, his second of the game. The assist goes to Morgan McPhee and Liam Mascant, the referees.
Yes. That is.
And it is 4-1.
That's terrible.
Let's take this opportunity for a moment here to think about what this season has meant, to think about what these last moments mean to Monster fans. Jet Greaves, for my money, has been the best goaltender in this league now for 2 seasons. Thank you to all of the fans who have given Cleveland a chance to win every home game they've played this year. And as the final seconds tick away on the season, 5 seconds remain. Laval will win the game. The horn sounds, and Laval will win the series. As the season...
Le Rocket de Laval accède à la finale de la section Nord et élimine les Monsters de Cleveland en 4 matchs. C'est la toute première fois que le Rocket élimine un adversaire à la maison Laval peut célébrer. Rochester, on s'en vient. Ça continue en série pour le Rocket.
Ouais. Et quelle fête ici à Laval en ce mardi soir. Le Rocket s'éclaire après un excellent départ avec un seul objectif, c'est de ne pas s'éterniser dans cette série. Et pour la première fois depuis 2022 également, Laval qui remporte une série. Et quoi de mieux que de le faire à la maison. Et quand Laval dispute ce genre de match où offensivement on a de l'aplomb, défensivement on est sans faille, c'est très difficile de vaincre. C'est de la troupe de Pascal Vincent. Direction Rochester, Anthony.
Oui. Et c'est le temps de la traditionnelle poignée de main au centre de la glace. Pour moi, c'est toujours des scènes émotives de voir ça. Quand tu vois les guerriers qui ont tout laissé sur la glace se féliciter et se souhaiter bonne chance pour la suite. Ça a été une belle série. Ça n'a pas été une série particulièrement robuste. À la fin, on a senti un peu de frustration. C'est normal du côté de Cleveland, mais une belle série en général.
C'est un bon duel de gardien également.
Oui, je pense qu'au au fil de tout ça, la profondeur du Rocket aura fait la différence. Pour Pascal Vincent, c'est spécial parce qu'il sert la pince de gars qu'il connaît très bien dans l'organisation des Blue Jackets.
Oui, quelques-uns qui l'ont côtoyé avec les Jackets au camp de développement, au camp d'entraînement surtout, dans son cas. Quelques jeunes joueurs qu'il connaît très, très bien. Évidemment que la perte de Matejchuk, ça a fait très mal aux Monsters de Cleveland, non seulement sur la glace, mais également pour le moral des troupes. On ne se fera pas de cachette. Souhaitons aux jeunes prompt rétablissement. C'est un espoir important de l'organisation des Blue Jackets de Columbus.
Alors, Jacob Fowler et Chet Greaves se serrent la pince. Caden Primo également est là. Il faudra voir quelle sera la suite pour la rotation de gardien de but à Laval.
Ça repart de plus belle.
Et Jacob Fowler est invaincu dans les séries.
Il faut dire qu'il a été... ses deux dernières sorties, il a été vraiment très peu occupé. Écoute, puis c'est rendre crédit à la performance du Rocket de Laval. Anthony, seulement 6 chances de marquer contre lui. C'est quelque chose. Mais là, il est excellent.
Au centre, là, les derniers à se parler, c'est Trent Vogelhuber et Pascal Vincent. L'entraîneur des Monsters semble avoir remis quelque chose à Pascal dans ses mains. Je ne sais pas c'est quoi, mais il a remis un petit présent à Pascal Vincent.
Ouais, il faudra aller aux informations, savoir de quoi il s'agit. Je suis drôlement curieux.
Alors, on salue la foule ici au centre de la glace. Le Rocket, c'est loin de terminer. On poursuit en série. Et selon mes informations, Vincent, cette série contre Rochester devrait se disputer à nouveau dans un format 2-3. Donc, direction Rochester la semaine prochaine. Ça devrait débuter le 14 mai, le mercredi 14 mai, et se poursuivre le 16 sur la route avant de revenir pour les matchs 3, 4 et 5 à Laval, un autre 3 de 5 à venir.
Alors, quand même quelques jours de repos et de peaufinement. Le Rocket qui, tel que tu l'avais prédit, c'est-à-dire?
En 4.
En 4. Alors, il fallait que ta prédiction se concrétise. Et Rochester qui sera inactif, quoi? Ça fait 3 jours qu'elle a terminé leur série environ.